I don't know where our lovely co-host Adrian is, but we're here.
Hi,
Hi, look at your hair. You're so pretty.
thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Here we go. Here we go. Look, look.
What up?
You got a drink. Look,
Ah, yeah, I had to go get a drink, man. My
I
bad.
got one too.
So I had wine last night, and I was like, I'm gonna save the rest of it for tomorrow. Baby, I poured it. Look what I had left.
Oh my God, Drena. I cannot. I cannot. We are here. I don't know why I keep playing the wrong intro with it. I gotta get my life together. Get my life together. Y'all, it's Tuesday again already. So much has happened this week. Oh
Yeah,
my
what?
God. I got to see Adrian this week.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Yeah, man.
Yes, be more, be more. Listen, Baltimore is a no for me.
Why?
um it was like no man's land. I don't know. It was so dead. I was like, is anything open? No, okay. It's only 10 o'clock. And nothing's open. I'm confused. We're downtown. There's nothing to do. Um, we ended up after the comedy show at a Irish pub. Yeah, it's like, oh, this is whack.
Y'all didn't
I,
go to Fells Point or
I don't know
anything
where
like that
nothing,
with the bar.
none of
Yeah,
this
with
stuff
all the
is.
bars and stuff at downtown. You got to go
We,
on the other side.
well, we hit up my homegirl Jeria. Shout out to Jeria to ask her where stuff was, but she was asleep, so she didn't respond to the next morning.
Oh yeah, you got to go on the other side. That's where everything is that's open. Where
I
y'all
was,
was, it's just pretty much, you know what I'm saying. That area is like hotels, and yeah, y'all ain't where it's popping at.
it was
You know,
disappointing,
but
disappointing. But I had fun. I did have fun.
yeah.
I had a good time. So no complaints there. It was good to get away.
I know you
And
said the comedy show was top five, so
who said that?
you
The
did.
lies you tell. Lies you tell. Listen. First of all, first of all, let me introduce the podcast before we get into any of that, because folks don't even know who the hell we are. We are the Breaking Barriers podcast. We are here on Tuesday, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm hot already. Jesus. I will introduce my lovely co-hosts. I will start with Mr. Lumberjack himself, like a lumberjack when I met up with him, Gina. Mr. Adrian Taylor, aka
Mister didn't have his hair done.
aka
Mr. GC. Yeah, Drena. So nah, I told her I was like, so I took my hair down, and I had to get an edge up in my haircut. But I was like, all right, let me go see her before I do all of that. So I was looking pretty rough. So I hadn't got no edge up, nothing. I was just thugging
it was all good. We had a good time. And
it.
then we have my lovely co-host, Miss Drena Dreen. She got her hair looking fly as a mug. Go ahead, swing it, girl. Miss Drena, aka
Dream the dream.
aka
Dream to find out.
Drena's gonna find out, honey. She is going to find out.
And
Adrian's
then
so stupid. That thing flowing, honey.
we have our lovely host, Miss Dee Dee, Miss AKA,
The core queen.
AKA.
I'm out here living my best life.
Live it. Live
Yes.
it.
Yes. So of course, like I said, I went to Baltimore, so I met up with Adrian. We went out, had some drinks, and food. I don't even think he had a drink, but I did. I was there for the Chris Rock Selective Outrage comedy show. I was selectively outraged at how horrible it was, but I don't know. First of all, I had to Google what live stream meant because I thought I knew what it meant. Because I thought live meant live.
Yeah.
Does it not mean live?
That's what I thought.
Me too. Because it was not live on Netflix. Because I was at the show Friday that they actually aired on Saturday. So I don't know how that worked. I was like, okay. Never again will I go to anything that's supposed to be live streamed because I was pissed at the restrictions that they had. Greetings, Danny. You couldn't have Daniel. You change your name one more time, I'm gonna kick your ass. No, I'm joking. Hey, Daniel. You couldn't have a drink at your seat. You could only drink in the lobby, and you had to be at your seat on time. So everybody in the lobby down there drank so they could hurry and get to their seat. You couldn't get up at all during the show. So you had to stay there the whole time. So it was just like, I'm ready to go. This is whack. But it wasn't a long show at all. He had 2 comedians come on before him. It started at 8 o'clock sharp. And we were at our car 2 blocks away before 10 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Was it worth the ticket price?
I didn't pay for it, so I don't know what the ticket price was.
Okay.
But it was not a good comedy show. Yeah, I mean, y'all saw it.
I haven't.
Did y'all see it? Oh, you haven't seen it? No,
I didn't watch it.
I haven't watched it yet. I've been hearing, mixed reviews, of course, about it. So some people say it's good, some people say it's not. So,
I haven't heard anybody say it is.
You hadn't heard anybody say it was good?
No.
Dang.
Child, I was sitting there like this. I know you fucking lying, and I can't leave. I don't like this.
People said the same thing about Marlon Wayans. Like, apparently he had a special come out, and I started thinking, do you think people are afraid to like go there?
I like Marlon Wayans. I saw his last night. I thought it was good.
Oh, you watched it? You
like Marlon too. I haven't seen his yet, but I like Marlon. Marlon has come a long way to me.
Yeah,
he's come a long way with his stand up. I mean, I still think Damon by far is the best out of the family, but
yeah. I watched it last night and I was surprised.
He's come a long way.
Thought he did a great job.
Yeah,
I thought it was hilarious. I enjoyed Marlon.
I like Marlon.
He was funny.
I like him. But yeah, whoever said that, I was like, or maybe I read it somewhere, but I was like, I wonder if everybody says they're not afraid to get canceled, but I wonder if they really are afraid to go as far as they normally would because of that. But I don't know.
I don't know. I thought Chris Rock said some things that were like, boy, you gonna get you.
So I know Chris Rock, he had another one that came on Netflix before. The last one I watched it live. We talked about his divorce and like his addiction. And even that one, to me, it wasn't as funny as he normally is. I enjoyed it more for like him being open in storytelling.
I mean, I felt like Chris Rock has some good parts, but I just was like
overall, you wasn't at the edge of your seat, like listening, paying attention.
No.
I watched Lavelle Crawford on Showtime. It was funny.
Oh my God, Lavelle is hilarious.
He is funny.
He is one of the most underrated comedians to me. It's only a couple people that I watched live and they done made me cry. Cry laughing, and he one of them. Like I'm in there crying, laughing like the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the Earthquake recently had one on Netflix.
Oh, that was busting.
That was funny.
Yeah, that one was good. Earthquake underrated too. That was
Daniel,
funny.
were these professional comics black or white? I will say that Chris Rock, I'm mad that y'all don't get to see it, but the two comedians that he had open for him, that first dude, they were both white, but the first guy, that dude was phenomenal. That dude was hilarious. That he was great. He should have been the headliner.
Shout out to Daniel.
Mm.
Well, I was there. But Chris Rock has never. I didn't ask to go to the comedy show. I was asked to go. That would have not been my choice. I'm not a Chris Rock fan, and that I like him in movies better than I think in stand up. So I just never been a fan of Chris Rock stand up.
Chico Bean gonna be here this weekend.
I like Chico Bean. He funny.
Yeah, he gonna be here this weekend. So.
But yeah. I still feel like Chris missed the mark. Like you supposed why didn't you? I felt like he went in on Jada more than he did Will. Will the one who slapped you. Why is you calling this lady out her name? Like I thought it was corny. I don't know. I thought it was whack. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Child, bye. Anyway, we're gonna get into our trending topics because we got a lot of them. So, what do y'all think about Morant being suspended indefinitely for brandishing a weapon in his Instagram live video?
Hey man, AJ Brown said that boy want to be Larry Hoover. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know what he's trying to prove. I feel like you know what's happening is what used to happen, and it hadn't really been that way probably since the 90s. But when they used to be like rappers want to be ball players and ball players want to be rappers, that was real big in the 90s. You remember? And I feel like that's what he's doing, and he trying to live that rapper lifestyle. But bro, like you got the bag. Like you signed a $200 million contract. Ain't nothing to prove. Like I don't like I don't
from
know.
The suburbs.
Right? Like I don't get it. What is it that you're trying to prove? Like you the check writer for everybody around you. Like there's nothing to prove. They should be proving themselves to you. But it's extremely disappointing because he came, not that I was expecting him to be Steph, but he had the same background, came from the same, mid-level school, kind of humble dude coming in, and and the talent was superseding anything that he was doing. So you was expecting him to really, transcend, and then he started talking, dissing people, talking bad about people, and you like, okay, then you start hearing about him beating up a kid, then you hear about all of it, him getting what a security guard, filing a complaint on him at the mall. Like you hearing all of these different things, and you like, bro, what are we doing? Like, do you not know? And I feel like he got yes men around him, and this is why it's crazy because people wanted both. They wanted one way, right? But they want to disrespect the Lamar Balls, right? But like, there's no way Lamar Ball would have his sons doing this like without checking them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like his dad is now his homeboy. You see him how they are on the court, and it's not like, son, sit your tail down somewhere. Like, I don't feel like his dad has that anymore. He doesn't demand that. He like, that's my homeboy now. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm pretty sure his dad can't really tell him nothing. He needs to, but that's that difference is, where you see them fathers, I don't care how much you make, I'm still pops. You better sit down somewhere, and that's what he really needs. He needs that. He needs someone to check him, and he needs someone to tell him to get it together. And hopefully maybe this was just a wake-up call where it's like, all right, I'm about to really fumble the bag here. Let
Yeah.
me sit down somewhere. Let me get it together. Let me just play ball and live my life.
Is this the guy that got into it with Shannon Sharp?
Mhm.
His dad.
His dad
Okay.
did.
His dad.
Yeah. Yeah, I just been watching the blogs and the retired athletes respond to this, and then of course the analysts and everybody, putting their 2 cents in. And I'm just like, the bottom line is that number one, he's young, so it sucks that he chose now to decide that he want to be a thug. You went to a private school, you're raised in a good home. This ain't even your life, so that's just crazy that you would decide now that you want to be this hardcore, whatever the hell you want to call it. The one thing that kind of shocked me was like for him to come out and make the statement about the video. I'm like, be quiet. Like, why are you talking? If you could just be like, this is a phone case, it was a lighter, like it's not a real gun, like you could have said anything. Oh, I take full responsibility. Shouldn't me? I ain't do it. Was a light with a phone. It was my friends. I just if you want to be a thug, you gotta know how to play the game. So now you in jeopardy of a 50-game suspension minimum. And people are like, well, is it illegal to have a gun? He's in another city. It's
Right.
5 in the morning in the club and he's drinking, brandishing a weapon on live.
In a club, and
It,
it's not in the, and even still, because he still would get a slap on the wrist, even if it was in the privacy of his own home. People have to understand, man, you a brand. I don't
but you
care,
can't
like, oh, you
fly.
on part, you can't do this.
You flew on a plane with a gun that's not that's not registered.
So that
It's
in
just not
itself,
smart.
you know what I mean, is a problem. But like people have to understand that, like, you a brand, where
Mhm.
because people like, oh, he ain't did nothing, blah 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 blah. You're a brand. You are a brand.
And
And
the
guess what?
NBA
You
and
got
CBA have
bosses.
rules. They have
Right.
rules.
And you can't mess up your brand, because if you do, as you see, he got to step away from the game, get his brand together before he come back. So,
He
hey
might he
man,
might be out for a whole year.
that's what I'm saying. Just because of the
Terrible.
look. Because of the
Stupid.
look, stupidity, you start to think you above the law, doing crazy stuff, and it's like, woo, we gonna have to sit you down, bro. Like you bad for the NBA.
You showing off for broke people. That don't even make sense. Understand. I don't.
We this is what we do. This is what I'm saying. This what we do.
Yep.
This what we do. This is what we do.
Yep. Terrible.
Done got to Memphis and done start going to the hood.
What they say he the only the first NBA player that's trying to make it out the NBA. Child, yeah, I don't know. So I'm not sure if y'all been keeping up with the news about these 4 American citizens from South Carolina who thought it was a good idea to drive from South Carolina to Mexico for this chick to get a BBL and some. No. She went to get a second round of a tummy tuck. That's what she was going back to get surgery. Get a tummy tuck. They were driving with her, and they got to Mexico and were kidnapped by some I don't know, drug cartel or whatever. 2 of the people are dead. 2 of them were found alive. Of course, they just reported right before we got on that the girl who went for the surgery is one of the people that was found alive.
Mm, mm, mm. I didn't know. I saw the story, the headline. I didn't know any of that until right before we got on, because I really didn't think that those people that they were black people. I was like, what are these white folks doing? Until I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness. And then
Who
they were like,
drives to Mexico from South Carolina?
oh Lord have mercy.
Yeah. So
Yeah, apparently they was confused. From what I hear, is that a drug cartel picked them up,
mhm.
confused them for
Mm, mm,
somebody else stepping on their territory, and
Yep.
Lord.
yeah, them drug cartels don't play.
Didn't say white people shit.
Right, that's what I thought, Daniel. And then I was like, I wonder if before when they started reporting, if they knew it was black people, because I don't think it would have made the news if they knew that.
Because they said the girl who went for the surgery, I think her mom is the one who alerted them because she kept trying to call her daughter, and then all of a sudden the phone just started going to voicemail, and she wasn't getting a response from her. And she got like 6 or 7 kids. Ma'am, go sit down. All that oh man. Yeah, so I think the two people that were found alive, one of them is injured, so they're both at the hospital, I think, right now, getting evaluated. The other 2 gone. Ladies, please just like go to the gym. A BBL ain't worth dying for.
You sure?
Tony Tuck.
Sure. You sure? They need them BBLs now. I'm just saying. That's what they say they need.
BBLs be killing y'all.
Hey man, I'm just saying they be wanting them BBLs now. I'm just saying.
I just don't imagine. First of all, I'm not driving to Mexico from South Carolina. I live here, so I'm not driving to Mexico. That's crazy.
I would never.
But not only did she decide, like she had 3 other people who were like, "Oh yeah, girl, I'll go with you." Like, let's drive down there. We can take turns. Like, no, right, Juan? All that tax money gone.
See what happens when you don't have good people around you.
I'm just saying. That's y'all.
Thank you, Danica. Just go to the gym.
Nah.
It's just crazy. I don't understand.
Don't know. Didi, ain't nobody got time to be going to the gym and working out.
Now, apparently. But they got time to go die.
You know how hard it is to do
drive
over 10,000 steps a day?
Right. They got time to drive. I'm trying to figure out, how is you going to get back after having a surgery? You going to drive in the car after having that kind of surgery?
Yo, Didi, you do what it do. We like shortcuts around here. I don't know what you like.
To go back to the projects with your 6 kids? I just can't.
I don't know what you talking about. We like shortcuts. Ain't nobody got time to be in the gym every day.
But what they say, natural bodies for broke chicks.
Yeah. Dudes don't like no natural bodies.
That's what they said.
Oh, they like Silicon Valley. What you talking about?
No, I don't know what's in them booties now.
That's what guys like. I don't know what you talking about. They like the silicone booties and all of that. They like feeling on Transformers.
He said best body in the projects. Lay on your stomach in the back seat. Not with 4 people in the car.
Oh Lord.
Child.
You know what I'm saying? Dudes want to feel on Transformer bodies.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Listen. So did y'all see the Alex Murdaugh, how do you say, trial?
On YouTube? YouTube, on Netflix.
I just watched the Netflix show, but did you watch any of the trial on TV too?
I don't even know what that is.
I didn't know that the trial was going on while this was on Netflix until like the day before. But I feel like I've been engulfed in all of it because they had one on Netflix, HBO Max, 2020 put one out. These people are horrible people.
Those folks were Satan's children.
Yeah.
I'm like, if he would have got away with that, they would have tore that whole courtroom up.
I feel like I don't know. All bad. They were just not good people. At all.
He got 2 life sentences. Yep, he killed his wife and son, and we don't know who killed the housekeeper. And
they did. And embezzled their money. They did and embezzled their insurance money.
Yes. And then they left the poor girl in the daggone water. Child, that family was sick.
That's crazy.
And nobody even talked about the man who he was paying like $9,000 at a time.
And why the other son ain't in jail?
I think he was next. I think he wanted to wipe all of them out.
Y'all people's crazy.
Child, them folks.
Did you watch it, Adrian?
Heck no.
Oh my
Yo,
gosh.
I'm black.
hey, Courtney.
It
Yo,
was
that family, and of course, that was in South Carolina too.
in South Carolina. Basically, Adrian, how you have like a district attorney,
Mm-hmm.
wherever they're located, it's called a solicitor. And for the last like 100 years, someone in their family has held that position. So not only did they have that position, but they also had a law firm in, in the same county. So they would be working like both sides, which how does that happen?
Mm.
And so anybody that had ever been to court, like you didn't dealt with these people in some form of fashion in the last 100 years. So they really didn't know some of the like whenever the wife and son were murdered, they really thought it was like a retaliation from someone who they had crossed paths with or whatever. But yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, that man, and he was taking money from the law firm. They like that.
He was embezzling money from the law firm. Their housekeeper, like they said, fell down some steps. Coming to find out, a month before her death, he had taken out like a billion dollar, this huge policy on the house, and then a month later, she come up dead, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna file a claim against the house so we can take care of her sons the rest of their life." Them kids ain't never seen none of that money.
No money.
It was horrible.
They got his ass though. He got 2 life sentences. That black judge was not playing
At all.
He was not playing. Yeah. Now, what about y'all boy Tim Norman from Sweetie Pies? He got sentenced to 2 life sentences too for the murder for hire for his nephew, getting his nephew killed.
That whole story was so crazy. Again, Daniel Mo WPS, because that's really what it sounds like.
Yeah, like how?
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, what? Cause I'm like, was you hurting for money that bad? Like, what?
Because that policy was only $450,000. You killed your nephew for.
Yeah, that's like sad. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like to do that, like, and then of course now the family looking at you like.
That was, nobody could believe it though when they start accusing. I was like, wait a minute, what? The boy from Sweetie Pies?
Right.
That was on the show. Wait a minute.
Right, you've been on the show, y'all opening up all these stores. Like, well, hold up, what we talking about here?
They locking folks up, y'all. They locking them up. Well,
get your cousins off the street.
Listen, they gotta go.
Get them babies out the street.
They got to go. He said, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Well, we have a video for the next topic.
Oh, God.
Child.
Can we break it down piece by piece? It's so many things.
Oh, my God. So this man then got on the FBI's internet and showed his whole ass and said he ain't going to, he will not. Don't ask him anything about no damn churn because he ain't doing nothing. This man got 7 kids by 7 women and he ain't taking care of one of them.
So stop acting.
Stop asking.
7 kids
Put some
and
respect on
7
his
baby
name.
mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're gonna be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit and be like, black men this, black men that, I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Yeah, we got to hear from the women first.
I wonder, does he say, okay, it's so many parts. Did he tell this to the first woman? Because if he told this to the first woman, then I don't know if he would have 7 of them. And then he said, only these 7. Nigga, how many has it been? How many? And as far as the women, ma'am, if I know he got one baby mama, he ain't doing shit for her, I'm not coming over here. I don't want to deal with him. And then why are you having sex, unprotected sex with so many different people? And then he said, I offered to pay for the abortion in 2009. The last time I know of someone personally that had an abortion, that was about $500 then. You got enough money for 7 people to have an abortion? Like, what? It is so many different things. Like, I wondered, what man, like, who did he see do this to his mama? Oh, what did they say to him? Like, he grew, I wonder what his childhood was like. It is so crazy. Like, so many different parts of this is insane. And like 7 of them, if you knew he had a baby, maybe they didn't know because they say he ain't claiming none of them. I just don't know. And if you ever become number 8, we done with you. You're out of here. If you're number 8, you're out of here.
Well, I agree with the one thing where he said that women need to stop allowing just anybody to have sex with them. That he's 100% right on that. You gotta blame the women.
Ooh,
Why would you keep having a baby with somebody that has shown his pattern is what it is? Why would you sleep with this dude? Like, I mean, unless he's not, like you said, in his mind, he doesn't have any kids. So he could be lying about having children. I don't know what he's telling these women beforehand. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know, what kind of relationships he's getting into with these women. But obviously he's not even claiming children to tell people that I have children before he gets into it with them. But I mean, women got to be more selective. Like, why? Like, I don't know. And then, of course, I'm sure that this man, I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that he wouldn't just go into it with a woman speaking like this and she would still sleep with him. So he got to be doing some type of manipulating first to get what he want. And then the after effects is, shit, I don't want no goddamn baby. But it's always, personal accountability is, women, you got to protect yourself. You got to protect yourself. If you don't want a baby, don't make one.
So this is funny. Remember what I told y'all? And I said, women need a man in their life that can tell them if a man is about something or not. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Listening to that man talk, the way he just talked, He is not finessing these women. There's like he's so straight up in the way he talking. Like I can tell a finesser who's gonna game you and talk you. No, he's an asshole, and he's
Absolutely.
getting what he wants, and he's telling them, I don't want no family, I don't want no kids. But what he's doing is he's telling them that, and he's skeeting in them, and he like, but I told you I ain't want no kids. I ain't want no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to have no kids. I don't want no kids. And they keeping them, and he like, skirt, I'm skeeting off on you. Like I told you I ain't want no kid. Women
Protect yourself.
have to understand, like, yo, you got to protect your energy. Then this is another thing that we talk about. Like, when people say there's no good men out here, I say the same thing, that the same men are the ones that's making babies. Like women
Mm-hmm.
are having kids with the same man. That's
Mm-hmm.
part of the problem. Like I don't think, I mean, based off of how this guy is talking, there's nothing that's telling me like he's finessing, meaning, oh baby, I love you, I'm trying. He don't even talk like that, like at all, not in any way, any shape or form of his conversation. He don't even seem that way. But I think that what he is he's probably taking them out, he's hanging with them, he's telling them he don't want no kids. But then they like, but dude, you raw dogging me. Like what you thought was gonna happen? I told you I ain't want no kids. Let's go get an abortion. Nah, I ain't getting no abortion. Okay, peace, I'm out. And I feel like that's exactly what this dude doing. They calling his bluff, and he like, oh, you want to call my bluff? Yeah, you on your own. Go to them doctor's appointments by yourself. Had this kid by yourself. Access denied. I'm blocking your number. You can't find me no more. I'm good to go on you. Got to do better. You got to choose better. It's guys out here that prey on women's downfall. There are deadbeats like him. That
Mm-hmm.
dude, we know that. We done seen the guy that has 30 something kids.
Yep.
Like, how do you keep shit, ladies? Who, Jesus Christ, I don't even want to even go here, but how in the world do
Yeah.
you be number 20,
True
25,
child.
30, 35? Like, how, what
I'm gonna
in
tell
you
you
thinks
how.
that you're gonna be different?
Because they do think they're gonna be. They think, oh, well, just because he was like that with her, he ain't gonna be like that with me.
Yes,
It
he
happens.
is.
But that's not what women
We're
think.
not
It
talking
happens all
about,
the time.
and that's why I give grace to the second, maybe the third woman. I'm gonna give grace to them.
Mm-hmm.
But after that,
Yep.
no, his track record, because now he has a track record that
Mm-hmm.
shows this is what I do. So when you become after that, I don't feel sorry for you.
It's
Like you knew
hot,
what you was
Mom.
getting in.
Shit.
It's a Tuesday.
It is.
It's hot. This tequila got me on fire.
But you know what I'm saying? Like this is what I say, like with women, like you gotta understand like the type of man you dealing with. And that's why you need a friend, a real friend or a family member that can definitely vet the dude that you're dating to really give you that, like, okay, he a good dude, or he a
They still
finesser.
won't
I,
fuck with
right.
Right.
I mean, they still are, because that's what y'all do. But when it hit the fan, don't act like you didn't know. Cause I've met guys and have homegirls, and I'm like, me and Buddy sat here and talked. And I'm like, Buddy ain't say nothing direct at all. Like all he did was shoot dreams, which I know that's what he doing to you.
leave my
I'm
fan
like, that
alone.
shit sound good, but how you gonna do that? No
Right.
plan at all. He just saying all the right things. And I'm like,
Mhm.
he'll BS, he'll finesse. That's what he do. And then guess what? Stay with him, get finessed, have a baby. He gone. And now I can't believe he told you he was a finesser. He was a lame. Ain't no hard work in his body.
Mm,
He just all talk.
child. Mm.
That man said I could have pulled out, but I didn't.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like the way Buddy talk, like there's nothing that say like he
Ooh.
finessing. Like it's like, no, I could have. I didn't. I told her I ain't want no kid. She called my bluff. Had the kid. I dipped. She trying to find me. Access denied. She can't.
And
And
I'm
he
not
doing it
saying
all over again.
he finessed as far as the child part. I'm talking about to sleep with her. He's saying what he need to say to get what he want.
I mean, I
I think
think that, but I'm just saying,
he's
I don't
only
think
saying
he's
enough.
like, I
He
don't
only
think he's
saying
saying
enough.
like, I think he's definitely saying, I don't want no kids, I don't want no family.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
I definitely think he's saying that,
And
and
I
then
don't
they
think,
get pregnant.
and I'm not sure that they want a family. But I don't.
If
I
you,
just
but
think
I guess for me, it's like if I don't want to have a child, I'm not gonna sleep with somebody unprotected.
and that's why I'm saying protect yourself. Why would you even leave the onus up to anybody else other than yourself to protect yourself
And I
from
feel
having
like
a child?
that's another topic, but I feel like especially in our community, like that's something that we probably do less than other communities. As far as like, I'm going to this clinic and I'm getting rid of this. Um, Not that we don't, but I feel like others, they go a lot more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's why they
They
want to make it
like,
illegal.
look,
for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? If Buddy like, yo, I don't want it, I ain't dealing with this. Yeah, I'm not doing this by myself.
Yeah,
Right.
they do it so much that is why what do you call it? Pro life. People are pro life because so many of them were going and getting rid of it.
Yeah,
They
that's
they
why
Not
they
do.
because of us. Not
that's
because
why
of
they
us.
reverse.
You know what I'm saying? It's a business decision. They'll have that comment. They'll be like, look, we got this coming. He like, buddy, I don't want that.
Right.
What you gonna do? Oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
We're
Cause
gonna
I'm
be
not
like,
finna
no,
mess.
because the
I'm
Lord
not
gonna
finna.
strike me down.
Right. I'm not finna
Oh,
mess.
no.
I'm not finna mess myself up for the next man playing with you, and you don't want it.
Got a
Yeah.
security bag.
Let me go to this clinic.
Oh
Planned
God.
Parenthood, please me.
Shut up. All right, y'all. We about to get into our icebreaker topics. Icebreaker topics. So, if money was not an issue and you could go anywhere in the world for a vacation, where would you go? Tell us in the comments where y'all trying to go. Where would y'all take a trip to? You can go anywhere. Money and time is not an issue. You can just go.
I want to take a tour around Africa.
The whole continent?
Yes.
Ooh, child.
I want to go to Morocco. I want to go to Egypt. I want to go to Zanzibar. Um, of course, Nigeria. Up until recently, I wasn't even interested in going to Ghana, but people say like that's the place to go.
Really, Juan?
Moon.
Yeah. So for me, cause I mean, I don't even want to say that, but
Don't you do it because I want to say the same. But go ahead.
What are you gonna
right,
say?
just play along, Adrian.
right.
Oh,
So I want to take a trip and touch every continent at once. So you know what I mean? Like I would want to take, you know, like a 90-day voyage and
Mhm.
and touch on every continent, in that trip.
Even
So
Antarctica?
even Antarctica,
Oh
I
my
just want to touch it.
God.
That's worth the while. You said if money wasn't an object.
Ooh, I'd be scared to go there. Danny said, I'm running out of places to go. Africa is next on my list. Probably West Africa, Ghana, Senegal, Nigeria.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I got, of course, some countries in Africa will be on the list.
Hmm.
Um, I would love to go to the Maldives, Bora Bora, uh,
you should probably go to
Brazil.
the Maldives first.
Yeah, Brazil. My issue is not money or time. My issue is them damn flights too long. I ain't trying to fly that long. I can't do it.
Right.
Can't do
I was looking at flights to Brazil.
it. Mm,
I'm like, cause like, man, it was like 19 hours, and I'm like, it's just Brazil.
right. I'm not. I
Like, what
can't.
are we talking about? I'm like, I went to Egypt, and that was like 12 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you talking about Brazil, right south? Like, nobody trying to take no 19-hour flight. So I'm like you. For me, it's like the flight times. You be like, oh
Yeah.
man, I ugh.
Daniel,
So
that's why I said she should go to the Maldives first, because they say
Right.
that's when you get up out of here.
Right. But yeah, after flying to like Afghanistan and Turkey and Korea and all. The long flights just ain't for me.
I think I want to visit Turkey.
That was probably one of my
I've been to
best.
Turkey. I mean, of course, been to Turkey too. So
Yeah.
you know what? I think Turkey is a nice place. I think it's definitely underrated. Because no one ever says
I loved it.
anything about Turkey, but the architecture. I mean, let
Yes.
alone everything. But the architecture is so beautiful there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's extremely nice. I feel like it's an underrated place.
Yes.
Definitely, if you get a chance to go to Turkey, go to Turkey.
It was
Turkey's
amazing.
nice.
The food. Oh my God.
Yes, Turkey's
Woo!
nice. Go to Turkey. Go
Yes.
to Turkey if you get a chance.
Mhm. All right. All right. Next icebreaker. What is the worst or hardest job you've ever had? Um,
I'm gonna keep it a buck. For me, I worked at Burger King
mm,
for a hot second, baby
mhm,
second.
mhm,
Yo, that
mhm.
that rush hour,
Terrible.
whoo, and you flipping them burgers
Mhm.
during rush hour, and all them people in that line
Yeah.
getting that lunch.
Mhm.
Man, you hear me?
Yeah.
Man, that is the
Burger terrible.
worst. Um, Fast food during like rush hour times, so either you there like 12 o'clock or at night, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. Man, look,
Mhm.
it sucks.
Burger King's terrible.
I hated it. Like I was like, what was I doing? I do not need this little extra cheese. I'm out. Um, yo,
He said
I,
he said a relationship. Oh, that's a tough one right there, Daniel. Yeah, being a caregiver.
yeah,
Hardest job being a mom.
man, come on, y'all.
Dishwasher at a buffet. Oh, that had to suck.
Oh, that sucks
That
too.
had to suck.
Oh, that sucks. That sucked too.
Dunkin' Donuts.
My hardest
Duncan,
job
they
was
don't even be that busy like that.
my hardest job. I worked at a gas station
Oh,
for like
whoa.
a week. I worked there for a week, maybe 2 weeks. And the gas station I worked at, they didn't have. It was before like the automatic pumps, so you had to go every night that you worked and take a long ass stick and like stick it in the ground to see how much gas was used to like write down how much they need to order for the next day.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
And it was like the worst job I ever had in my life. It was so horrible. Just from having to close, having to clean bathrooms behind people. Ugh, oh my god. And then I had like this old man was stalking me. It was like the craziest job I ever had.
Mm, mm. Yeah, I'm good on all that. Hmm.
Didi, what was your
Who's my
hardest job?
sales supervisor? I'm with Adrian on the Burger King one. That job just sucked. That just sucked. I'm trying to think hardest or worst. Probably my first job in the military. I worked in the gym and I hated it. It was terrible. It was bad. The hours were terrible. I felt like I was just wasting my life away. Every minute was just I was counting every second of the day. It was terrible. It was just terrible. It sucked. And having the white sweat off of machines that people worked out on and scraping gum off the floor underneath the bleachers in the gym. Yeah, it was terrible. And washing their towels. Could you imagine having to? Oh God, women when they oh God.
Bleeding. Oh my God.
Yeah, on the towels and we had to wash them.
I
It was
think
bad.
I think the my second, and it was just like a holiday job, working at the guest outlet at the outlet mall. Oh
Uh-uh.
my god, it was.
All y'all parents, y'all know that was a choice, right? So all y'all complaining about parenting job, that was a choice.
Daniel, no, I haven't
Okay,
seen
keep going.
Clerk. I haven't seen Clerk, but at the outlet mall, oh my god, like people would just bum. I'm like, what? Why the hell are you in here trying to buy it? Why you gotta try and touch on everything? And then I felt how Adrian felt at Burger King. I was like, I don't even need these extra coins. I got a job. I got a regular job. I do not need.
Debbie, you took the words right out of my mouth. I wasn't gonna
Nah,
say
it ain't a choice like that though.
well,
It ain't a choice like that, mama.
oh Lord. Yo, y'all are crazy.
I'm not the one complaining. I'm not that wasn't a job I complained about, mama.
Oh Lord, yo. She wasn't complaining. She just said that was a job that is exhausting. You can't call it
Man,
out.
look, that's a choice job.
All of the jobs are a choice. You could quit. The other job, parenting, you can't. But anyway, you ain't gonna come for my girl, Debbie. Shoot. She says she meant it's hard, not the worst. Oh God, Daniel. He said he didn't pick being a son.
Me either, Daniel. Me either. That was the hardest job I ever had. If that's the thing, if that's the case,
Oh my God, y'all crazy.
being a son.
All right, y'all. We about to go on to our main topics. Lord have mercy. Look, we had this conversation the other day, and we all had some stories in our group chat. Filters, goddamn filters. They're getting out of hand, y'all.
Yo, I don't know what to say
People
about
have
these
become
filters.
so used to using filters that they forgot what their real face look like.
Yeah.
Cause they be tricking. Cause you be like, oh, that's a nice picture, but also you see them in person and you like, what? You know what I'm saying? And you like, maybe it was the makeup, but then you like, oh no, it was a filter. Like, cause it's okay. It's one thing to have on makeup taking pictures, but like, it's another thing to suck your cheekbones in. It's you know what I'm saying? Like, make yourself look. Oh my goodness,
The
it's
lips
crazy.
bigger.
Right, lips big,
Yeah.
fuller, cheeks sucked in, and you just like, and I just saw you yesterday. Like you didn't look like this. What are we talking about? Like I don't. What am I? I don't know.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's some people that they've been using filters for so long. That's how they feel they look.
Yep. Yeah. Like they'll get on doing a live stream and they got the filter on the whole time. They'll talk through. I'm like, yo, that's not what you look like.
I was so slow. I didn't know. I didn't even know that you could have filters when you live stream like that. Like
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I thought only on pictures. Yeah.
There's so many apps. There's so many apps where people can like fine tune
Yep.
the slightest thing, like take away any blemish. Like they don't even have to put makeup on because they can just fine tune it to make it look like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's disturbing because we went somewhere and I saw a reality TV star and I was like, oh my God, that don't even look like, oh, she looks terrible. And then like in the next 30 minutes, she had posted a picture from where we was just like the same set we was just at, posted a picture. And I'm like, what the hell filter did she use? Because she don't look like this sitting next to me right now. I was like, ain't no way.
I told y'all whenever I saw Mia from Real Housewives of Potomac,
Oh
without
man.
her makeup on,
Yo,
oh my God.
that lady is not cute.
Oh my gosh.
Her skin is so bad.
And I think for a lot of people, it is stuff like that. Like they feel like, they have blemishes on their skin or but I'm like, there are things you can do.
Right.
You can get a whole skincare regimen. Like you
These
can
are their BBL filters.
angles.
And then tuck your waist in, and then bring
Make your
your
butt look bigger.
Yeah.
angles.
There's all kinds of things that you can edit on social media.
But the disturbing part is one, people begin to think that they look like that, and then two, I'm really worried about like children, especially teenagers, using them
Yeah.
because they feel like those things are attainable.
Mm-hmm. And then the people who are using these, who think they look like that, they take on the persona of that. So they get this their self-esteem, their head, their egos just blow up. And it's like, you don't look like that, right? So yeah, the social media world has taken over. But yeah, I don't know. There ain't nothing we can do, I guess. This is the life we live now. It's the world we live in. Fakes and phonies, plastics, and I don't know, child. I don't know what these fools gonna look like in these nursing homes. I feel sorry. But I got another video for our next topic.
Hey.
Uh-oh. So do we think that men need to be deprogrammed from misogyny? Uh-oh. Is this a problem? Let's see.
Between 30 to 35 because your frontal lobe has congealed. You've already had at least one or two mistakes or children.
But you're not totally stuck in your ways.
You're not stuck in your ways yet. So you're mushy. You're not malleable like clay.
Wow, that's not manipulative at all.
It's funny,
They don't have the chemistry.
What I mean is, a lot of men have to be deprogrammed. Perfect example, when Jay-Z went to therapy, all he talks about is the deprogramming that took place because he was about to, lose his family. There's a deprogramming that all men who understand what misogyny is have to go through to be good dudes. I want to be the person who's like, hey, I'm not going to judge you because society did this to you, but are you open to being a better person? Once they hit a certain age, they decide, I'm going to die on this hill. I want to find a man who's open-minded before he dies on that hill. Now, can you find them older? Yes, but they're usually married, and that's called being a mistress.
Do you think society has done the same thing to women?
We're fighting for equality. Equality means that we're trying to have what the men have. We're also inheriting some of their toxic traits.
Like?
People thinking that your money absolves you of having to have accountability, feelings, or compassion.
That part.
That used to be a masculine thing, but now that we're as equally industrious and have the same rights, we're inheriting the bad stuff too.
Ooh.
Not everything your grandma did was bad.
I
So
know we're
for
talking
those
about
who-
that sentence, but that was a mouthful that she said at the end too.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know what misogyny is, it is a strong prejudice against women, a hatred or contempt for women, and it's a form of sexism that is used to keep women at a lower social status than men. Uh-oh, somebody said Adrian got triggered.
Wow.
How did he get triggered? What?
No, I just thought she said that at the end where women are starting to, inherit some of men's toxic traits. I think that's big as well too. But me personally, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Especially since we got Daniel on here. I don't think this is a black man situation. I think that's a white man situation. When you really break it down, I don't think that we look at our women as less than. I don't think that's really, historically ever been the case. When it comes to feminism, I think that's a white woman thing. And I think that our women have gone over to the white women to help them support that cause. I don't think that black men as a whole look at women as less than. Um, I personally don't think that's the case. I don't think that's ever really been the case, for us. Now, do we have some things that we definitely need to work out? Of course. Do we have some toxic traits, as men? Of course. But I don't think that's the big issue when it comes to black men. I think that's a Daniel situation there.
I don't think you've been around enough assholes, Adrian. Because I know some men who definitely feel that way.
I said as a whole. I'm not saying not.
I don't think you would hang with those men. I don't think you would hang with those men.
You feel like it's a lot of black men that look at.
No, I don't think it's a lot because whenever I
That's what
did
I'm saying.
when I encountered it, I was shocked. But And not only was he an asshole, like once I met his friends, I was like, oh, all of them are like that. Like that. And it's just shocking to me because they were all what you would kind of what the image of what people would want their son to be like, go to college, have a six-figure career, like, do all those types of things. But like they were all assholes and they were all like really toxic and not nice people.
But I mean, and I do know some toxic men. I knew some dudes that have that trait. I do know some guys that like basically what she was breaking down. Finding a man before he goes over the hill. Because I honestly, personally, I'm gonna say this. I think that men get to a certain point where there is no changing. That's who they are, and that's what they're gonna continue to be. So it's like either for you're gonna accept them as being second or third in their life, or you're not gonna be in their life. I got some friends like that. That I'm cool with, and I talk to them about it, and I'm like, bro, stop playing. You don't want to settle down. There's nothing that shows in your track record that you ever want to settle down. And we are over 40 now, and you still doing the same things that you was doing when you was 25. You're not trying to settle down. And guess what? That's okay. But what I don't need you to be doing is shooting these women dreams. That's what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna shoot these women dreams. You're gonna be straight up with them and let them know that this is you and this is what this is what they're dealing with. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, live your truth. And that's what I tell guys anyways. Like, you don't want to settle down. I'm not here to make guys settle down or tell like you got to, but what you're not gonna do is be disrespecting women in the same process of it. And that's what men have to start doing. I'm like, I never understood that, and maybe that's because I'm different, but I'm never gonna shoot a woman a dream ever. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, if that was the thing where it's like I just wanted to kick it, I'm gonna let that be known up front. Like, hey, I'm not trying to settle down. I just want to kick it. And now put the choice on you if you want to spend time with me. And some guys are you hear it because women talk about it. Oh my God, I thought I was dealing with something different. Buddy is in his 40s. He still got a mentality of a 25-year-old. So he's still doing the same things as a 25-year-old. So you might as well just be messing with a 45-year-old with a 25-year-old mind.
Yeah.
Understand what you're dealing with. Catch them, catch guys. You gotta catch them. See, that's what we talk about, man. The drink's starting to kick in a little bit today.
I think I don't. I'm trying not to be biased here. I know a lot of guys like Adrian because of the circle that I hang in, but I also know and have dealt with a lot of misogynistic men. And for the most part, the misogynistic men that I've dealt with are men who are insecure and just aren't established men. They don't really have much going for themselves. They're still trying to find their way, or they just have made poor decisions. And now they are trying to figure out how to do things and not need a woman, even if they do need a woman. So they will figure out ways to try to diminish, demean, dismiss, and degrade women. But when you're dealing with men like Adrian and his counterparts who are well established, they like those types of things don't even enter their brain. Like that type of competition with women is not even a thing to them because they most likely have already found their partner and that person that helps them whatever they're doing along their journey, whatever reach their goals. So they don't even those things, the misogyny don't even come into play because they don't need it. They've already established themselves. They already on their path. They already got what they got. So misogyny, to me, I've never experienced misogyny from well-established men. They've always been motherfuckers who ain't got shit. So, just saying.
Amen to that.
Mm-hmm. Daniel, we know you've made plenty of poor decisions. We Right. Grown men. Like grown men just do grown shit. And it's
Right.
pretty simple and it's effortless, really. Like they're like serious for real, like all of the back and forth, like banter that keeps going on between men and women. Most of those things are coming from people who just aren't established people. They are missing something, they're lacking something, they're void of something. So they're pulling and pushing in areas that normally is effortless. When people want something, they just do it. It ain't too much guessing. It ain't too much figuring it out. You just do the shit. You ain't got to figure out who paying half of this and half of that. You just pay for it. Like all of that back and forth stuff is so irrelevant when you establish and you know what the fuck you want.
Who does that? That's
Well,
okay. Yeah, let me shut up. Let me drink some water.
Child, let me take a sip too, because I'm
Get hydrated.
listen. But yeah. But yeah. I don't know about if men need to be deprogrammed from misogyny. I think people in general just need to figure out their path, be intentional about it, and find your tribe. Like stop trying to force people to be something that they're not.
Right. That's it. Like that's my main thing. I'll be like, look, dude, if this the life that you want to live, ain't nobody judging you. That's perfectly fine. But understand, like, mess with women that's trying to live that same life. Like, stop messing with women that you know that's trying to settle down, and in the back of your mind, you really know that's not what you're trying to do.
That's it. It's real simple because it's people out there that match what you're trying to do.
But they don't want that because they matching what they try. You know what? That's a whole nother subject, man. Because these be these insecure dudes that they want what they want, how they want it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be with a woman that match that same energy because they gonna be even more insecure. How you gonna want to do what I do? I'm me. I can't believe you want to do what you want to do. I'm me. I'm the man.
Yep.
So he don't want to mess with that same energy. He want to mess with a good girl. But you know, huh.
You ain't got a lot of kicking.
Period.
But they ego too fragile.
Mm.
So they gonna lie to kick it.
Thank you, Daniel.
Whole frauds out here in these streets. But anyway, all right.
What we got?
All right, next topic. Is all the pressure on men to get relationships right?
Mm. Mm.
When you mean get them right, what do you mean?
So, you know, of course, there's a little play on words, but you know what I'm saying? When you think about it, right? If a relationship goes wrong, who gets blamed? Typically, the only way a woman gets blamed if a relationship goes wrong is if she gets caught cheating. And even still, there's going to be a reason why she cheated. Even if he never cheated, there's still going to be a reason why she cheated. So the question is, you know, is the relationship pretty much on a man when it comes to... Go ahead.
Is the man the head? Is he the leader?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So men, I need y'all to step up
Yeah.
and be who you gonna be. This is what I try to tell y'all. So this was a trick question. I really feel like it is on a man because, and this is why, you the head and you got to be the head. It's just like the CEO of a company. If the company fails, it's the CEO fault. It's nobody else. It's the CEO fault. I don't care. It's the CEO fault. So you got to lead it to what it needs to be. You be in a relationship and a man, well, and a woman is like, oh, it's your fault because X, Y, and Z. And you're like, nah, well, X, Y. No. A man sets the tempo. If she don't follow your tempo, let her go and get somebody that does.
Yeah, the man
So
sets the
yes,
tone. He sets the tone.
all the pressure is on the man. Amen.
Absolutely.
Stop playing victim. That's Fugazi stuff.
Yeah.
Be the man. Step up. It run through you.
Mhm.
I just wanted to say that. That's all.
The man sets the tone,
Man, let me put this
and the,
drink down.
and the woman creates an atmosphere so that the relationship can flow. So if the man sets the tone of cheating, lying, and creating insecurity, the atmosphere is going to be all the time unstable because women can't function in that kind of environment. If a man sets the tone of stability, protection, security, he's providing, he's doing all of this, that atmosphere is going to be thriving like crazy. It's just it's like that. But you know, we got on one end, we got folks saying that men aren't supposed to be with one woman, they're supposed to be sowing their wild oats. God didn't make them this way, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, if God made you this way, why wouldn't he make women that way to serve you that way? Like, why won't we be okay with sharing? I don't know. I'm just saying. But you know, they like to use animalistic standards for that shit.
I know it, Danica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had to put the drink down because I got to make it through these topics.
All right, here go the next topic. Is it compromising when it's something you want and settling when it's something the other wants?
Hold on, let me read that.
So if you want it, is that considered compromising? But if your spouse want it, is that considered settling? Am I did not type that right? Let me fix that.
Okay, hold up. Run that by me one more time.
So if it's something in the relationship that you want, is that considered compromising?
Okay.
Like y'all, you want something, so you and your wife, y'all talk about it, y'all come to a conclusion, is that compromising? But if it's something that she want and you really don't want it, do you consider that you're settling?
I consider the first one something I want, and I consider what she wants compromising. I know I just threw a monkey wrench all in that, but yeah. I consider the first one what I want, and I consider the second one what she want. I consider that compromising. To give her what she want, I'm compromising to give her what she want. I'm not settling for what she want because it's what she want. I'm just, all right, I want to give her what she want, so I'm compromising to give her what she want.
Good night, Daniel.
Yeah, I think it's always compromising.
I think it's always compromising, but I know people who feel the other way. They feel like when they give in, they feel like they're giving in, so they're settling. But I'm like, if y'all are working together, it's a compromise.
But I feel like people feel like a lot is settling. If it's not what they want, it's settling. You know what I'm saying? And that's in every aspect of life. You know what I mean? So that's people gotta change the definition of what we call settling. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, let me shut up.
Because settling to me is like I wouldn't consider like coming to a middle ground settling. Now, if I'm giving up everything, I'm conceding. That means I'm settling. I'm not giving anything.
Right.
Yeah. So settling to me would be this ugly motherfucker. I would never deal with this piece of shit. But I ain't got nobody else, so let me go on and just deal with it. That's settling to me. Like,
and that's not even settling. You know what I'm saying? You're just getting what you can. I don't know. I'm just talking. we still got it. Like I said, we got to change the way we look at settling. Because sometimes some people look at settling and that's just the best you can do.
Yeah.
That's not really
That's
settling.
actually your level. That's actually your level.
Right.
filters.
Like
It's
you're
the
doing very
filters.
well. Like I don't understand why you figure that's a settle. Like you're doing very well for yourself. That's not settling.
There you go, Danica. Settling is not getting what you want and accepting what you get.
But once again, depends on who it is that's settling. Getting what you want and accepting what you get. Like it depends, because even still, that might be a step up. You know.
Yeah. I've settled before, so I get it.
Me too, Dee.
I'm sure I think everybody has at some point.
I settled. The dumbest thing I ever did in my life, but I did it.
Wait, well, I just get a message. Somebody says settling is insubordination.
Yo, I did it. I got clowned for it. I got talked about for it. I stood tall in it, and it was the dumbest thing I ever did. I tell you that.
I'm with you on that. I said people that think they settling for another person is where they really are. That's not necessarily always true.
No, because I settled.
I settled too.
And
child.
I got talked about.
Me too.
I got talked about.
Me too.
Like, ooh, hold on. We got to talk about this for a second. Because it was like, I don't know if you ever been there, but it's like, you bring them around and it's like, that's you? Like, yeah. And it's like the whole, all right, nephew, I see you. And that, but you like, that's you? Oh, she's nice. Oh man, what you mean? Like, and then you flat out. I don't know, and I've you got some people that's just like straight up with it, like I've seen you with better.
Well, damn.
Right. Ooh. Well, and now you defending it like, well, it's not all about looks.
She got a nice personality.
Hold up, y'all told me it wasn't all about looks. Oh man.
Whether it's what I want or what they want, it's a settlement.
I need to know who this is, Adrian.
When we want to,
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
I'll tell you after.
Drena gotta go. She can't stay.
I do, but I want to talk about the next topic.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the next one. So,
is it about the one about
the title? Yeah, the title of the show. How do y'all feel about arranged marriages? Should we bring them back?
My question is, who gonna be arranging them? Who gonna be leading the way?
There ain't nobody parents married no more.
Oh damn!
Who gonna be leading the way?
The parents.
Where they at? They ain't together.
Dang. So you saying this ain't gonna work for us?
We're gonna have to wait. Like, okay, Adrian, you raise your sons, and we're gonna raise our kids, and their generation, like then they can do it.
I'm like, so this is funny, but I would not be opposed to doing this with my kids. To help at least set them up, bridge the gap, introduce them, push the needle in that direction. I am not opposed to it, especially the way our society is going now. Like, you don't know what's what and what all this that's been going on. Like, I would, hey man, let's just go on and sow the seeds early, have them around each other, keep them around each other, keep them growing up together. I wouldn't necessarily be open to it.
I have a set of friends. I tried to do that with my youngest daughter. She said we're weird.
You can't be obvious about it.
Right.
Though.
It's not, yeah.
You You gotta just have
keep
them
them cool.
together and let them organically just build
And
relationships.
they did like each other, but then it was like I guess they figured it out, and they were like, "Y'all are so weird."
See, y'all was doing too much.
He's doing too much. You just got to keep them around each other, keep them growing up, keep the y'all cool, and y'all keep them growing up together. I would definitely be open, and then as they're getting older, I think that especially as a woman, as a man, father, mother, just kind of grooming them and talking to them, especially what I'm gonna definitely talk to my sons about, you know, the importance of finding a wife and what that means, for that level, and the importance of building together. You know, all the things that we talk about, like these are the things that I'm going to instill in my sons. Like, yo, like it's better to grow together. It's better to build together. You don't have to feel like I gotta make it all of this on my own and then find a woman. Because I feel like that's what's like the missing piece with us. It's like you got women feeling like I got to do all this before I settle down. Men like I got to do all this before I settle down. And then when they try to come together, they so far apart
Mm-hmm.
that it's hard for them to come together.
Right.
So you
You
come
see,
from a
I've
good
been trying.
background,
I've
the
been
stuff Didi,
trying.
the stuff we talk about, right? You come from a good background, you got good
Mhm.
parents, like yo, like let's do this. Let's bring them
I've been
together,
trying.
you know?
I've been trying
Yeah.
to get my daughter to do right. Trying.
Yeah.
When Keela talking about is that fair to the kids, that's the perfect way to start their life off. Let them know life ain't fair. Here you go.
Right.
Good luck.
You can date around first.
I think that's so overrated. That's something that we keep pushing is that, oh, you need to sow your royal oats, you need to sleep around. Well, I ain't gonna say sleep around, but like date all these different people. Like I feel like that stuff is overrated. If you
I,
find someone that's great and that you can build with and grow with, I think if I if I could have skipped all that, I would have loved to skipped all that.
listen,
That's just me. Maybe I'm
if you
tripping.
take,
Because if you talk to people that's 45 and or 40, whatever, older, and ask them
I was going to say that.
if you like, I would have not done none of that shit because it wasn't worth it.
Well,
But we still keep pushing it.
what I was going to say is if you take 10 people off the street right now,
So
that's
y'all talking
actually,
about extremes.
Man,
That's
get your
extreme.
sister up out of here, Didi.
if you
You
take,
tripping. You
if
tripping with
you
that.
take 10, if you take 10 people who are in the dating world right now and ask them, hey, if I can hook you up with somebody, got the same, views aligned, all of that, I guarantee they'll say, I'll give it a shot because the dating world is trash right now.
But you talking about how do you know what you like if you don't date? People have been dating forever, still don't know what the hell they like, and they still single. They still, people, majority of black women right now are single. They done dated their whole life and still don't know what they like.
Right. Still don't know. And but I honestly, and this is just me, I feel like the longer you out there dating, the more you lose sight of what you're looking for. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Because you done been through so much, you lose trust in people. You're looking at the worst in people where, you know what I'm saying? Think about it when you was younger. You didn't have all those blinders up when you was dating. You know what I'm saying? Things just happened and it didn't work out. But the more you went through those things was the more, you started to pose these thoughts in your mind of what people were. You know what I'm saying? When I was 20, I didn't expect people to, cheat or to play
Right.
whatever, right? I didn't have that expectation. That didn't even come into my a play in my mind
Right.
at that age.
He
It
said
was
they
later.
know what they like, but may not be qualified for it. No, they know what they want and may not be qualified for it. So the same things that they wanted in their 20s when they did qualify for it. Now they 40 and don't qualify for
And now you're older, so you have, and that's what I'm saying. You've gone through so many different things
it.
to where now you have a build-a-bear. You know what I'm saying? Where now you don't want to take the overall person that you're looking for, you don't want to take their flaws that come with them. You
Yeah.
want to take that person and erase their flaws. And it's like you're looking for a unicorn. That
Yeah.
doesn't exist. No matter who you with, they're gonna have some flaws.
And people don't like boundaries. They don't like rules. They don't like anything. They just
Yeah.
want to do what the hell they want to do with nobody telling them shit. That's why the arranged thing sounds so scary to people.
Yeah. I think everything y'all said, and then plus I think some people just get so comfortable, like this is how, this is what works for me. If they can't get with this, then I don't want to be with them.
And
So
that's
like,
why
yeah,
nobody's so single.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy that like just any idea of something outside of what people are used to seems so foreign to them, but what they're doing isn't working.
yeah. But we know that it has worked for generations, like eons of years, because there are large groups of people that live their life this way. It's just the norm for them.
And still do.
Because
Still,
just like with
they still do
anything,
it.
you require certain things require direction and somebody who has experience in providing that direction.
And then, I mean, when you think about it, most cultures there's a class system. So typically, when they marry in the same class. So if you're middle class, you typically marry a middle class person. If you're upper class, you typically marry an upper class. If you're lower class, you typically marry a lower class person. You know what I'm saying? I feel like us here, we don't, pretty much go by that. We're the ones that's trying to go crazy. Like I'm in a lower class, but I'm trying to get an upper class man. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? You shooting for the stars. Hopefully you
Yeah,
get it.
we
But
just said that we already made the correlation that most parents aren't together, so they don't really qualify to arranged marriages. But marriages are for money and family financial growth now. That's what the
Yeah.
purpose of
right,
marriage is. That's the reason
to
to get
keep it in
married.
the family, to keep the lineage in the family, to keep growing. You bring two families together to keep growing,
Yeah.
to build. Exactly. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
purpose
about
of
to
it.
go. I'll be back.
Drena,
I'll be back.
you,
How you gonna be back, Drena?
we
If
about to
y'all
be
still
done.
on here, I'm just going up the street.
We ain't gonna be on here when you get back. We ain't got but 2 topics left.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we got 2 topics left. Yeah, but I don't know. I think arranged marriages is a good idea if you have people in your family qualified to arrange the marriages.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, Drena, we'll see you when you get back if we're still here.
Okay.
And
Bye-bye.
just message me if you want to know who it was, Drena.
All right. And I'll tell you who I was trying to arrange my daughter with.
Oh
Okay.
Lord.
All right.
But yeah,
All
so
right.
if anybody got, well, a 4 to 5-year-old,
Oh my God, I can't with you.
and
Shut up.
uh 15 to 2-year-old, let me know. You know what I'm saying? We could talk, but I mean, they have to meet the criteria now. So
Mhm.
we ain't playing that now. Just cause y'all see my babies now. Y'all see them.
Oh my goodness, you're so crazy.
Good stop now. So we ain't playing no game. They got to continue to good stop.
I'm trying to get your nephew for my daughter. Look, she playing. She playing. I didn't even ask. I forgot to ask her last week. I forgot. We're gonna go to our next. No, 15-month-old to 2-year-old.
You, Courtney. Now you know I got babies. Come on now. I got babies.
All right, next topic. Next topic. Culturally, why do we put so much pressure on our children to take care of us when they grow up? Yeah, I have a real big problem with that. Real big problem.
Mm. Mm.
Screws on my damn. um,
It's horrible.
it is.
Um,
Yes, it is.
it's a lot of pressure. It's pretty sad because we tend to grow up extremely fast, and not only that, you're you're left to grow up fast, and then you're left to make it fast, and not only make it fast, now you gotta give back fast. You
Mm,
don't even have the opportunity to build and grow.
right.
They didn't set you up to be better than them. They set you up to hopefully hope that you be better than them so that way you can help them.
Mm,
Um and to me, we have the most selfish culture that you can really think of when it comes to that. And we're not and I'm not talking about your parents being, 80 and now you're looking after them
yeah.
because, they're 80 and, they can't move. We're talking about your parents being of working age. Still, you're an adult and they're expecting you to kick money back to them. They expecting to borrow money from you and things like that. Um, and they never leave you anything, and they we continue that cycle, right?
Right.
It's pretty sad when you think about it. And I tell it like it's a selfish culture. It's extremely selfish. um when the generation before us didn't feel the need to say, you know what, I might not know how to do it, but I'm going to try to figure it out. I'm gonna try to do the best that I can. The best that they could was, I made you,
Mm,
nothing else. It's I gave you, I brought you in this world, and it's like, thanks, I didn't ask for it. Like, that's all you got. And but you supposed to be grateful because a lot of them are Bible thumpers and, honor thy father, thy mother, so your days can be longer, right? But they don't leave you anything. They don't help you get to the next level, but they expect you to get to the
mm,
next level and then kick back to them because they gave you life.
right. Yeah, I just hate the parents that expect their children to make it and then take care of them. Like I feel like if I gave you all the tools that you need to become successful, just go be successful. I don't want you to ever have to worry about me. Like I'm good. Like you go take care of what you need to go live your best life. Don't be out there hustling and busting your ass because you need to come back and take care of me. That's not the purpose of me giving you life.
Mm-mm.
So of course we all want our children to shower us with things and like that's cool, but I don't want you to feel obligated to take care of me, especially if I'm capable of taking care of myself. But I see like kids that feel so overwhelmed with feeling like they have to do things for their parents because their parents just really out here like doing they really can't take care of themselves. Like they struggling with like minimum wage and like really don't have the finances to actually do anything. Like being in the military, we see it often where these folks barely making money and they sending half their check home because their
Hmm.
parents can't afford to pay their light bill. They can't afford to pay nothing.
Right.
And I'm like, that is so not cool. Like, go do something else so your children are not taking care of you. Like, that's just not fair. And then you got the folks that go like to the professional sports and leagues and stuff like that. Their main objective is to get there so that they, or even entertainment, is to get their mom out the hood or out the project or something like that. Like, that shit is crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
but but that's the pressure of taking care of your taking care of me, taking care of your family. But
mhm.
I remember, I can't remember his name, but it was a guy. He's big in real estate, and so he talked about giving back to his family, and he rented a bus, and he wanted to take his family around, check out properties, and he wanted them to be a part of the business. No one wanted to be a part of the business.
Mhm.
They wanted his money,
Hmm.
but they didn't want to take the time to learn the business. And in that moment, he realized, like, this is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, my family doesn't want to improve their lives. The more I let them leech off of me, the more they're going to. And there's going to be some family members that's just like that.
Mhm.
That's what they do. They don't want to do no better than what they're doing. The best quality about them is they're not scared to ask people for money. Where some, you like, you have to really be down and out to ask for money. You like, I figure it out. But,
Mhm.
some people, they will ask for you to pay their bills. They'll ask for anything and have no shame about it.
Yep.
Sucks.
And I have no shame with ignoring the request. Like,
I'm good.
nope. That's rude. Mm-mm.
That one. That's love.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I just, I don't know. I'm not privy to other cultures because I'm only Black. So I don't know if that's prevalent in other cultures where their children come back to take care of them in that way. But I just wish that Black people would make more sacrifices early on so that their children can be a little better off and they don't have to try and take care of their parents. Like, some people just aren't willing to make sacrifices to where you may have to struggle, you may have to suffer a little bit, maybe lack some sleep, lose sleep. I don't know. You may have to do something that you don't like doing early on so that later you can reap some of these benefits that will pay off dividends to your children and their children. But not everybody willing to make sacrifices like that. So, yeah.
Right.
We will go into our last topic here. This is another one that plagues the Black community.
Mm.
Why does Black culture put so much emphasis on snitching?
Mm.
What in the hell?
When did this become such a big thing? It did 90s rap bring this? Because I mean, I can only, of course, because in the 80s I wouldn't really remember like that because I was super young, right? So I can only go, to the 90s and knowing 90s rap. When did snitching become such a big thing in our community to whereas you could you're not a part of a crime, but you could witness it or see it, and you're looked at so bad if you was to tell that you saw the crime.
Game tight, whoever you are. I don't know if, rap is Black, kind of Black. I don't know, because in the hood, it's Black.
Rap is
Rap
what
is
is
Black.
rap? Like 96% Black? Like,
Too many white rappers. And even just in the hood, if you see something, you ain't gotta be no rapper. If you see somebody get killed and the cops come to your door, you better not tell.
do you know how many unsolved murders
Right.
they have in the
Snitches get
especially in the
stitches.
Black community?
Yeah, I don't.
And and that's what I try to figure out. I'm like, when did this come so, huge where it's like you see something
It's
in your
generation.
neighborhood that happens and you like, nah, I ain't telling. Nope. I seen it, but nah, I can't do that. And and you done grew up with the family across the street, kicked
Mm-hmm.
it with them, ate with them, broke bread, everything, and you saw who killed Ray or whoever, and you like, nah, I ain't telling. I can't do it.
Yeah,
It's
I don't.
generational. What does that mean?
I don't know what that means either. I don't know because this has been happening forever. Like, hell, you can watch so many episodes of First 48, and they ain't telling nothing in them neighborhoods. They knock on them doors. My parents were boomers and from the hood. They weren't raised that way. In slavery, folks had to be careful with who saw something, especially those closer to the slave owner.
But they were snitching. So you see what I'm saying? Like they were snitching. I'm trying to figure out when snitching became what it is now. It's it's like a derogatory term now, and you don't have to be okay. And for me, anyways, how I grew up and my understanding of snitching, and maybe I need to say it. This is my understanding of snitching. Didi, me and you do a crime.
Mm-hmm.
We do a crime. I get caught, you get away. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I snitch. I tell Didi was with me. That's always been snitching in my book.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's not snitching to me is I do a crime. Didi sees me do a crime, and Didi tells on me for doing that crime.
Right.
That's not snitching to me. It's
Right.
only ever been snitching to me is if me and Didi do it together, and I get caught, she don't get caught, and I tell on her to
Right.
get a lesser sentence.
Yep. That's what I thought snitching was.
That's what I always thought snitching was too.
Yeah,
But
I don't
apparently
get the you see somebody commit a crime and then no, I can't tell nobody.
that's snitching.
Not talking to the police and stop snitching is new age culture. Nobody that wasn't a street dude ever looked down on snitching. The rap in the 2000s and beyond heavily influenced this. Because I thought it had something to do with like.
Is Cameron considered? Because his whole situation, and that wasn't in the 2000s quite yet. That was in the late 90s when Cameron, or maybe it was the early 2000s.
Because I thought like that type of snitching came into play with like people not telling if they saw something. I thought that came into play with like gangs because they were scared the gangs were gonna come back and do something if they had something to do with it. Yeah.
Now I can understand people being scared to tell or say something because of that, but we know that there's situations where, I mean, you can anonymously drop a tip.
Right.
Nowadays, and yeah, but people won't even do that.
No,
So
they just unsolved the cold cases, unsolved murders. Yeah. And then you got like people like that aren't even, so now we got this whole YSL thing going, and you got folks going crazy, like saying, oh, he snitched, he copped the deal, and then they saying, oh, he didn't snitch. So how he get out of jail?
He did something.
They all did the same crime, and only one person still in jail. Somebody told. But then they dragged 6ix9ine because he told or he snitched, but he going on a whole I snitch campaign. I don't know what the hell wrong with that boy, but I don't know. The cops are the ops, so talking to the cops in general is considered snitching.
Why?
That's crazy. Because if somebody killed somebody in my family and y'all know who did it and y'all won't tell, that's crazy. In some cases, people who didn't want a strong punishment sure do talk. Exactly. We live in a mind business time. I don't know. That's why I just stay over on this side of town because I ain't got time.
Yeah, I ain't, I don't get this new stuff, and
because I'm rolling the tapes. I got the cameras outside. You need to see it. You need the footage.
Right.
There you go.
But that's the funny thing. It ain't snitching when it's at your front door. People. I remember the Boosie's situation where he got his his jewelry took and stuff. He was ready to cooperate.
Oh, now he said that ain't snitching. He said it's not snitching.
Well,
don't do
based
don't
on
do
what he
Boosie
said,
badass like that.
just saying. I'm just saying. Oh,
Yeah, see.
Boosie Boo, you mad at T.I.?
And see, it cracked me up about these street rules. I'm like, how these people ain't in the streets?
Right. And be the
So
main ones advocating for the streets. I'd be like, bro, you ain't been in the streets in 15 years. What is you talking about?
the pressure should be, huh?
What?
I don't know. Mm-mm-mm. It's just street code nonsense. Too many regular people want to adopt their mindset because that's who they are influenced by in the rap culture. Now, I agree with that. Because I ain't in the streets. I'm telling. Don't do no crimes around me. I ain't going to jail for nobody. Okay?
Not even a little bit?
No.
You don't take the charge.
No. It's a dude that works 9 to 5 that's mad at Gunna for snitching. Think about how hilarious that is.
That I'm with you. That makes absolutely no sense. Like the people that's upset with him for quote unquote snitching, so to speak.
Right. They keyboard thugs. They touch screen tough guys. Like, y'all at work right now mad at Gunna. Shut up. Ain't none of y'all about to commit no crimes. And if something happened, y'all telling too. So cut it out.
Gunna said, I'm not taking the charge.
No, I don't blame him. Yeah. These folks, social media got folks in a bind. Folks about to be losing their life, their jobs, everything behind some fake people, behind some screens. They better cut it out. I don't know. But that is our last topic of the night. Drena, you didn't make it back. Sorry. Adrian, what do you have going on for the week coming up? Well, first of all, we didn't even talk about it. I saw Adrian this weekend, y'all. In Baltimore. I got to see him face to face. Okay.
And it's been like years.
I can't even remember the last time we saw each other in person.
Oh my goodness. It's it's definitely been over 10 years for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was. And I came on the most rainy, cold weekend.
Yeah, you gotta come back when the weather ain't bad, and you gotta come back for a better comedy show. Sheesh, like what?
I know. That was terrible. I still had a good time. It was so good to get
Nah,
away.
that's cool. We had a good time, but yeah, it's like, yeah, but nah, man, up here chilling, man. Yeah, it was good. Definitely to hang out and talk.
Okay. It's hot. This tequila got me hot.
Right.
We had good conversation, good company, grown people.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good time hanging out.
I'll get your assessment after the show on what you think.
Okay.
Because you said that we need what?
Oh yeah, you need that word from a man to really be able to assess.
Drena made
what
it
the
back.
business is.
Drena made it back.
Oh, she done made it back. Drena said, "Look, I'm finna find out what Adrian was talking about."
Oh no. I just went up the street. I went to the old Harrison Central 9th grade.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is right up the street from you then.
We were just talking about our meeting this weekend. And
oh yeah.
You know, the next one gonna have to be all of us at some point.
Speaking of that, I don't know if it's too late in the game, but I was gonna ask y'all if y'all wanted to go to the Black Effect podcast. Oh God, it's like a big thing in Atlanta. Charlamagne the God and Just Hilarious. They all their black podcasts. They're all going to be in one place in Atlanta, April 22nd, I think, or 29th, something like that. So they got, of course, 85 South Show, Poor Minds podcast, freaking Reasonably Shady podcast. Like every Black Effect podcast that's on that network is going to be in one location in Atlanta for the first time ever. So,
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we have to if you, especially if it's at the end of April. I mean, that's
Yeah,
definitely
I'll look it
time.
up and send the link so we can look at everything.
Yeah, we could definitely talk about it. See if we can make that pop.
It's hosted by Charlemagne the God and Just Hilarious.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah,
See what the business is.
that would be fun. Yeah,
But
but yeah.
what I got going? What I got going? It's gonna be kid weekend. For sure. Adrian got a birthday party to go to, so I'll be doing that. I'll be speaking about so be using a Lamar Jackson situation, but it'll be talking about betting on yourself when it comes to, taking your career in your own hands. Um, Lamar Jackson, I feel, is betting on himself and he knows his worth. So I'll be
Mhm.
talking about that, knowing your worth, betting on yourself, when it comes to your career and not just taking pennies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be talking about that. Um, and that's really it for me. Other than that, be family time, kicking it with the little one, little A Dizzle. Me and him be hanging out pretty thick this weekend.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I got going.
All right. What you got going on, Drena? And Courtney, you are definitely invited if we do go to
Yeah,
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Can you bring us some real edibles though? No, I'm joking, Courtney.
I guess everything just depends on what news I get tomorrow. But
Oh Lord.
my youngest daughter has a competition in Louisiana, which is not far from where my grandfather's hometown is. So I have volunteered to take him and my grandmother for the day.
Okay.
So hopefully everything's good and I can still make that happen for them.
Shoot.
Make that happen for them.
Oh man, we're gonna cross our fingers.
Yes.
Yes.
What you got going on, Dee?
Okay, so first of all, you guys know that last Tuesday I was in the hotel because I was getting ready to shoot for Kingdom Business Season 2. It was an amazing experience, just to let y'all know. That was my first time doing background for a show, so it was fun. I met some great people. I actually got to see Devon Franklin on set, Megan Good's ex-husband. He's one of the executive producers for the show. And it was fun. It was interesting to see how they put productions together. It was very organized. It was cool, pretty cool. I don't know what episode it's going to be. I don't know when it's coming out. I guess they'll let us know when or whatever. So, yeah, it was a long day, but it was worth it. I'll be home next Friday, in Philly. I'll be home for a couple of birthday events, fundraisers and stuff like that. And then of course on the 25th, I'll be home again for Juan. He ain't even in the comments no more. But Juan is doing a sneaker ball to highlight some small businesses. So I'll be a special guest speaker for that to highlight my Core Queen Fitness business. And then of course, me and Danica going to Houston. I'm meeting Danica Houston. And a couple of my other homegirls, we're going there for the Ebony Fit Week weekend to do some fitness with some fitness freaks. And what else I got? I got a new client today, so I'm excited about that. She'll be starting on Monday. So shout out to Jermu if you're watching. Let's get ready to get these pounds off. And of course, if anybody is interested in becoming a Core Queen client, hit me up, corequeenfitness.com/free gift. Watch the video, schedule a call, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together. I don't take everybody, so don't be upset. Just be ready. And yeah. I'm ready too, Danica. Ready to Daniel, why you come? Talking about y'all still We appreciate y'all for coming and hanging out with us this week. We'll see y'all next Tuesday, same time, same place. If you are on Facebook, please go over to YouTube if you have not already and go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share this live if you're on Facebook. Leave Leave my fan alone. The tequila got me hot. Ed, leave me alone.
Adrian finished that whole drink.
He probably drunk as hell. But y'all go subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the notifications so that you know when we are live. Share the live view on Facebook. Invite people to come in and join the comments. And actually, if y'all got some topics, if y'all are on social media and y'all see a video or something that's a good topic, send it to our DM or our inbox so we can talk about it. If you want to come on the show, let us know. We will bring you on and talk about some good stuff. We like to have special guest hosts. So we will see y'all next Tuesday. Good night, Danica. We appreciate y'all for coming. We'll holler at y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.